I blend every single food that I eat.
Oh no, she's gonna drink everything.
Breakfast is served.
Oh, she's what? He took his headphones off because of the sound.
It's very different, but at the same time, I taste all of the same flavors as if I was to have food and drinks normally.
No, you don't.
Watch, this is my favorite part.
Oh, he's
Watch.
He walked out.
That is good.
You got him. Is he gonna?
He's going to make a smoothie.
And it's actually a little bit of a calming effect once it hits the back.
He's on the.
I called it blender bender.
You got to give trigger warnings. Welcome, everybody, to Does That Make Sense? Episode 27, DTMS. We're excited to be here. We are well into 2026. Hopefully, your year is off to a great start and you are having a wonderful time. If you're a resolution person, hopefully they're still live and still going. If not, hopefully you're just enjoying the first couple weeks. The weather's been good, a little snowy, a little cold, a little rainy, but we're turning the corner. The days are getting longer. I love my least favorite part of the holiday season is that it gets dark at like 4:30. So I'm excited for some more daylight. Today on the podcast, I'm excited. He's been here before a couple times. He's back again. My friend Nate. What's going on, man?
I disagree. I hate the weather right now.
You hate it?
Too warm
better
to
than
ski.
snow.
Too warm to ski.
Oh yeah, you're a skier.
Too cold to golf or fish.
Yeah, you're in like a tough season. You know, it's prime football time.
It is prime football time.
Sports.
There's been a lot of really good football going on.
We've had a lot of good football going on. I mean, when this is going to air, we're going to be like in between the championship games and the Super Bowl. But up to this point, there's been really good playoff football, so that's good. Steelers lost, so that's all I really care about as a Browns fan.
Yeah, I guess.
So, very cool. So today we are we're gonna just jump into some stuff because you had some ideas that you weren't gonna tell me about.
Yeah.
So, but before we get into it, they tell me that I don't have to do it, but I want to every time because they do all the hard work. Pushing the ones and twos is Ryan, and producer extraordinaire over there is Brandon. What's going on, fellas?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm good. Ryan, what's going on?
Doing good. Just enjoying myself over here. We're having a good time.
I like how he reached and he's like, I'm just enjoying myself over here. No, we're having a good time. So thanks, fellas, for making me look and sound better than I actually am. Episode 27, we're good. So Nate, you had some ideas.
Yeah.
We're going to just dive right into it and see where we're at. A little different format from what we're used to.
Well, we're on a new channel.
Yes. Last week, I believe, was the first episode that got aired on the Replay Studios YouTube, youtube.com/@Studios Replay. Mm-hmm. And I've got all kinds of different... I keep calling the big picture. You called it a channel. I keep calling it like a network.
Network.
Yeah. And then the channels are the podcast channel, and then the outdoor channel, and then the King Cat channel. Your terminology is more accurate. I just am. That's how I break it down in my head. So this is the second podcast to air in the new format.
Yep.
And then we also launched last week. This is airing. Last week will be the first episode of what's the current season of King Cat USA TV, season 4.
Yeah, so we would have just done Williamsburg, Virginia, which was cool. It was a cool town. Coldest tournament ever, I believe, on record. Yeah. It was like wind chills of like the high teens. Yeah. So it was pretty miserable for everyone out there.
For us or just ever?
I want to say it's got to be just for us.
I was going to say, because they do the Ice Bowl up there in like February.
Yeah. That's also in Alabama, I think.
I thought it was Virginia.
Or I don't know. I could be wrong. I also don't want to offend people, but
I know it's cold. That's why they call it the Ice Bowl.
Right. So yeah, we were in Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia. That was super cool. They're
it's an awesome place down there.
It's super awesome. Like the historic aspect of it. They have a lot of really cool restaurants and breweries and everything like that. And so I always enjoy getting to go down there because without fail, the 2 times we've gone, we show up and it's like 70 and then it drops like a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool. And then this upcoming week is actually, we're trying something new. This will already be announced on social media, so it's not like that new, but for us, it's new. We're trying new stuff. We're going to show more behind the scenes, more so vlog type things.
That's next week.
Yeah, that's going to be on this Thursday. Coming up after this airs, and we it kind of came out of necessity. Of just like, how can we show? You go to a place 2-3 times and it's like, well, we showed the fishing, and sometimes you go and it's pretty pretty similar. You
also never know what you're going to get from on the boats.
Exactly.
It might not even be usable.
Exactly.
Or corrupted footage, or people not hitting the button right, or a million things could go wrong. And so you always got to have a backup plan.
It's funny you mentioned that, because that's actually how this episode came to be. So on Thursday, it's going to be actually a vlog following me going through Evansville, Indiana, and just seeing what's up. And, I think there's going to be some people who are a little bit like, where's the fishing at? And the fishing's coming. So don't worry about that. None of that is going away at all. Our goal here is to just showcase a different side of things and a different side of the travel that you might not otherwise see. So it's going to be me just going through Evansville, Indiana. I got to go to the Angel Mounds State Historic Site, which is a really cool Native American reservation type place where they have these really cool mounds and just a really, really beautiful piece of property.
What do we do when his vlog is the most watched thing on the entire channel, Brandon?
Well, we do more.
We're like, you're back on the road.
Yeah, Nate's like, can I have someone come with me on this trip? We're
no, it's just you.
Yeah.
Clearly, people don't want to see me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Even though that might be true. So
anyways,
cool.
That's going to be on this coming Thursday. And then the Thursday after that, it's just a straight up highlight of the kids event, which is one of my favorite things we've shot. And it was so easy too, because you just roll around. If you followed King Cat or anything like that, you're familiar with the tiny mic. I go up and kind of just interview people. And I did that at a kids event for the first time, and it was hilarious.
The kids' answers are always the best.
Yeah.
Did you talk to kids?
The whole thing's talking to kids. Yeah. And so my favorite was, I just kind of impromptu asked one kid, I was like, what do you want to tell the world? And they had the best answers. Yeah. They were like, be kind to yourself and be kind to everyone else.
I can actually vouch for this, because you told me to do that at the last kids event, and I almost forgot. And the last thing I did was ask the crab kid, and that was his answer. He's like, if you ever get a chance, come down here and do this.
Yes. Yes,
that's what his answer was.
And if it's kind of indicative of a deeper thing. If you can embody the mind of a child, just seeing the world in a different, they're just out there fishing, having a good time. They're like, we just can't believe we're getting to do this.
You reminded me when you said that. I just pulled this up. I'll send Brandon the picture so he can post it. There's my daughter. She's 7. Her name's Emerson, and she drew a picture. We just moved into the new house. That's been a topic of discussion. So we moved in late November. So we're getting settled. Everything's fine. They're decorating the rooms. They're having a good time. So Emerson drew 2 pictures. And one says, welcome to Emerson's room. And it's got these drawings on it. And then look at what she put. I don't know if you can see it from there.
Just be yourself.
She drew a picture of herself, pointed to it, said Emerson. And then at the top of it, it says, just be yourself.
Facts.
She's just so the world from a 7-year-old is so simple. Just be yourself, She probably is in there wearing pajamas without any underwear. She's just in there just living her best life. And just be yourself. Just be yourself. We have this thing that we say, Emerson has a small speech impediment, like any kid does, but all of my kids, it lasted a little longer. They've been in speech therapy. It's going fine. But she'll say things, instead of saying sure, she'll say sure. Sure. And so we'll say Emerson, do you want to go hang out with us, or do you want to stay here with Nana and Pop Pop or whatever? And she'll go, sure, Nana and Pop Pop. Sure. And she'll do this little shoulder thing. I just want to, that's my, if I had a goal for 26, it'd be more like Emerson. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody says you want to do something and you go, sure.
Yeah.
So
anyways,
kids are the best. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Tiny Mike.
Just kind of that, so the next 2 episodes are going to be a lot different than what you're used to. And it'll be clearly labeled so that you're not going into it. I'm sure people are going to find a way to,
to complain.
Probably. I mean, you get into an outward facing, media like this, and people are just going to find stuff to.
Somebody.
I saw a new comment when I was going through the YouTube channel, getting ready to upload stuff for this week, and they said I could do without the church vibes.
For what? For which thing?
I don't know. This is on a tournament video. And I'm like, what about it is like church like vibes? I don't know.
I mean, if you're feeling led by the Spirit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Don't
like
blame us.
60-pound catfish.
Yeah, doing the church vibes.
So yeah, anyways, getting back to like what led to that was you mentioned like you get footage, you get footage back or you don't get footage back. And so this episode, you'll see it in the video, but everyone, you know, we're a close knit family. And so our ex-worker, Mike, he was getting married that weekend.
Oh.
And so everyone had gotten invited to the bachelor party. And I'm like, well, you know, kind of as a leader of this boat, I got to like figure something out. And so I went on this trip and I was like, well, I'm going to vlog it just as like a fail safe. And we'll get into kind of how the vlogging started to happen. If you don't know what a vlog is, it's like a video blog. So you just walk through like, hey, we're going to wherever. And, so I go and I'm just filming, you know, myself filming the city. And then I hand out my cameras like I normally do. The way we shoot the show is we hand out like 6 GoPros.
Yeah.
And I instruct people how to use them. I say, hey, listen, you know, just hit record. We have like little power banks that connect to like where you would have your lights for your boat.
Right.
And I said, just record all day. Trust me, I'm just looking for fish catches. Like, you know, if you need privacy, like just put your hat on top of it.
Not even hit the button. Don't even stop recording.
Well, it kind of depends on, you know, if somebody has used a GoPro before, like,
yeah,
you know, it can be simple like that. But if you've never used a GoPro before, that kind of thing could be intimidating.
Yeah.
So I'll say, just like put your hat over it. I know to skip it.
Yeah.
And this was the first tournament ever. I got 1 GoPro out of 6 back with usable footage.
You got the other 5 GoPros back, right?
I got them all back.
Okay. Be like, this is not a budget item I was prepared for.
No, but so I got 6 cameras back and one of them had
Usable
fishing.
footage.
Any footage.
They didn't even hit record?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like the first time that had ever happened. So probably something I could have done better. But so we just went and we're like, okay, well, we're just going to highlight what they were able to do. Luckily, they ended up getting 3rd. And shout out Kevin Childress. I really appreciate that guy. Really good dude. Saved my skin.
Winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you talk about not getting a GoPro back. We go down to Natchitoches, and this is Natchitoches, Louisiana. And a guy comes back and he's like, listen, man, it's gone. I was like, what do you mean it's gone? And he's like, it flew off the boat.
Oh, the GoPro's
The
completely
GoPro flew
gone.
off the boat. And
we're not even talking about actual GoPros. We got to call them what they are.
well, people don't know what a DJI
They're
Osmo
DJI
Action 5 is.
Action cams, Osmo. We can't call them GoPros.
Yeah.
They're giving GoPro a run for their money though, huh?
They are.
They've got the market now.
I prefer
It's
it.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer it. It's much better.
It's
Yeah.
better.
Sponsor us.
They're doing the same thing
I
to
tried.
Rode.
I
DJI.
tried.
Huh?
They're doing the same thing to Rode too. They gave Rode a run for their
Yep.
money because
With
they
the
were
mics.
dominating the mics,
Yeah.
the wireless mic market, and then they came out with their wireless mics, which are way better than the
DJI
Rodes.
took a hit though when they banned drones.
Oh,
Well, the government's doing that.
Yeah.
And every DJI drone made after the model I just bought is banned in the United States.
because it's a China shipment. What, Ryan?
Oh, I was just going to say DJI has actually been targeting more than just the drone market. They have a Roomba now.
A Roomba.
Really?
A Roomba.
It's probably better.
Yeah, it probably is,
But
honestly.
what's it called? It can't be called a Roomba. That's a brand name. It's called a robot vacuum. So what's DJI call it?
I can't remember.
I want to be the guy that comes up with the names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be fun.
I want to be the guy that comes up with the names. I want to sit in a room because they call the camera the Osmo. Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Like that's a cool name.
Look that up, Jamie.
It's called the DJI Romo.
Is it really?
Romo?
Romo, dude.
What'd you call me?
Did you find it? Is that really what it's called, or are you just making that up?
Nope, the DJI Romo.
Oh,
A
nice.
Scooby Doo insult.
Okay, go ahead. You were while he's looking that up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like this season and kind of going forward, you're still gonna have your good old fashioned tournament videos, but we're gonna be branching out. We're gonna be kind of showcasing more than just fishing. You know, it's kind of silly because we made the shirts more than fishing.
Yeah.
But it's going to be showcasing more of the cities, more of the kids events. I said it a while ago where I was trying to think of ways to make the show better because I'm just somebody, I want to improve things,
Yeah.
you know, almost to a fault sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what we do, I feel like is just as interesting as like really good fishing.
Yeah.
And so we're going to experiment with it. You might hate it. You might like it. So go ahead and comment on us.
Everybody loves a BTS, you know, that behind the scenes
Yeah.
stuff is always super cool. I was going to say is that stuff going to be on the King Cat channel, like the King Cat playlist of the podcast, or will that fall into the Replay Outdoors?
So Replay Outdoors is going to be separate from that.
Okay.
So we have like...
So anything King Cat related, whether it's fishing or city, if it has to do with a King Cat tournament, it's plugged into the King Cat playlist of the YouTube channel.
Yeah, and there's going to be like... I mean, we've got everything from like me doing a vlog solo to an entire kids event video to what I'm calling King Cat Friends and Family.
Yeah.
Which the first episode, again, kind of came out of necessity, was me just kind of explaining how I ended up to be here.
Yeah.
How I got the job and how I eventually got elevated into leadership. And then the second one is just Scott and his tournament partners, and they're just fishing down in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And then we actually have another episode that I'm teasing right now. That's Olivia Osteen, our old photographer. Her fiance snuck a GoPro on the boat when he proposed to her. So we have that during a King Cat tournament too.
That's pretty cool. I knew that happened. They called me afterwards because I was not at that tournament. And so they told me so.
That's cool.
Shout out Olivia. We love Olivia.
So here's what I found. Osmo is representing osmosis, it looks like. And when I click osmosis, there's obviously the biological definition. And then there's one that says the process of gradual or unconscious assimilation of ideas, knowledge, etc. So, but that's still osmosis. So Osmo is kind of like short for or
they just abbreviated
osmosis.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean that's where it got. I guess that's where it got the name. I found that by saying what does Osmo mean. When I tried to find out why is it called the Osmo, it did not give me any good answers.
Because that's what they called it, dummy.
Because they're doing new technology is pretty much what they said. They're trying new technology, and it's like that didn't answer my question.
Yeah, that's not a good enough answer.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
There you go.
No, cool. I just love names and branding, and I want to come in. We need to do a new segment of the podcast here, where we put random fonts up on the screen and let Ryan tell us what they are.
I like that.
I don't know when we should do that, but we should do that. Ryan, what font is the timer on right now? Do you know that font?
Helvetica?
What is it, bro?
Helvetica.
It probably is.
I think it is.
Okay, you got to look that up while we're still yapping and see if the timer font of what we're using to keep track is
what font
Helvetica.
does.
What
We'll
font?
see.
What is that? Is that a website you're on for the timer?
No, that's just on Apple. Just on the computer. So
yeah, I want to know. Is it Helvetica? Because that would be insane. I mean, it's a pretty standard font, you know, so I don't want to overdo it.
San Francisco.
Oh, that's the name of the
But
font?
who knows if that's actually correct?
that's up there for the iPhone time though. That's completely different.
Ooh, see? Yeah, because what
Go back up. I just saw something that says Helvetica.
He said I saw something that says Helvetica. That means I'm right.
It looks like the same.
Someone says SF Pro, SF Pro.
I think it is. I think you're right.
San Francisco Pro.
What nerds are debating this on
I
Reddit?
love it. I'm excited about it. I told my dad, I said, you want to have some fun, show Ryan a font and then just wait and he'll figure it out. Even if he doesn't know it offhand, he'll be able to like describe it and then find it and then be like, this is what this one's called.
Yeah.
It's a
superpower.
Yeah. If you use, what is it? Bush script?
Brush script.
I said Bush. That's weird.
My kind of script.
If you use brush script, don't is really the only lesson that I want to teach anybody. Use Bush script instead.
Yeah,
Bushwick.
it does say San Francisco is the default system font across all Apple platforms: iOS, macOS, watchOS, and tvOS. So,
all right.
Nice.
Well, so I
cut that out.
I
cut
threw
all this
I
out.
threw a pitch right down the middle, Ryan, and you fouled it off.
Yeah.
So
We
we'll
were
try
close.
again next
We were
time.
close.
How did you not get that, by the way?
While we're what?
While we're in potentially scrappable things, can you see my?
He said scrappable things. No. Well,
Okay.
now we can. You just pointed to it.
Well, he's gonna cut it out.
No, he's not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're leaving it.
Yeah, you are.
We're
No,
leaving
we're
it
gonna
like
leave
the
this in.
Under Armour logo
I'm
and
gonna
a
report the
Stranger
video.
Things episode.
I'm going to turn your audio up for that part.
What'd you think of the Stranger Things finale?
Didn't watch it
Nice.
yet.
Good man.
Oh, you don't like anything that people like. So you're excited that he didn't watch it. I'm over here. We had pizza before we started airing, and you guys always razz me for the grease marks I leave on the stuff. So I'm over here like feeling up the microphone.
We're going to get you podcast gloves.
Podcast gloves.
So, anyways, I have been a
man.
fan of Stranger Things for a long time.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
it's been a thing for 15 years. That's
Yeah.
a lie. Not that
Like
long.
10.
9, yeah.
Yeah, 9,
2016.
10. I really love it. And I haven't seen the final season just because I'm like, you kind of missed your mark.
I need you to watch it because if you're a fan, I need to know what you think.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm going to be. I've heard it's ending, and that the preceding episodes are pretty good.
I think they ended it fine. I think it was a great ending for what it was. I really do.
For what it's worth, I also like the ending more than I like the whole show.
Yeah.
Really?
I think they did a fine job. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room for error to end something that people have been infatuated with for 9 years.
Right.
Especially when your sample size is still really small. 9 years is a long time to only have 35 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's hard for them. It was going to be hard for them to wrap it up no matter what.
Right.
A ton of, there's some holes. There's some plot holes that are pretty glaring, but again, 9 years, shoot. I mean, unless you got somebody whose only job, which some productions do this, a lot of people have script, advisors and continuity people or whatever, but 9 years in, it's hard to remember like, oh, we pitched that, we teased that, 8 years ago, and then there's some plot holes from episode 1 to the last episode. There's definitely some things to like have a problem with.
Yeah.
But given what it is and what you expect, it was great. I mean, when it was over, I was like, I feel good. Like I am happy with how I feel about what I just watched.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of those shows that you can get by almost on vibe alone.
Yeah. I think that's what they wrote for the last 2 seasons, to be honest with you.
I disagree. Season 4 was pretty in the weeds in terms of like writing.
Yeah. Season 3 was probably the one where I was like, this is prime TV.
I thought seasons 1 through 4, like of course there were lulls, but
yeah,
I thought it was primetime television.
Yeah, I want to hear what you think. It was good. If you watched it, let us know what you think. I mean, I know a lot of people. I mean, Gina, we had her on the podcast. Her and her daughters like put their entire when they released the schedule of when it was going to air, which was late 2024. They announced like what the thing was going to be. She was like, we set the calendar. This is what she's coming home from school. We're going to start this episode, and then we're going to rewatch everything. I mean, they had it all laid out. And so big fans.
If you're going to release something like that during the holidays, I feel like you miss your mark. Now it's kind of memorable in terms of like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Yeah.
But I feel like you go day after day after day after day after.
No, they definitely, because I mean, everybody's sitting around doing nothing.
Right. Versus like the day of, I'm like, oh yeah, that did come out.
Yeah. I mean, it took me a couple weeks to get all the way through it. My mom, it got released. Season 5 got released. The first 4 episodes got released. That's when she started watching season 1 because she had never watched it.
Really?
She watched the finale before I did.
Really?
She probably saw that wake up Mike sign on the WWE.
WWE. And she's like, wait a minute, which came out after the finale, by the way.
Well,
no, she watched the finale before I did. And I watched every season in real time, All right. So did you mention something that you wanted to do something on the pod similar to the Tiny Mike thing?
Yes.
Do you want to do that?
I wanted to show you how I interview people.
Okay.
Cause it's like,
you don't have a Tiny Mike, do you?
We have a DJI set. We'll do it for promo.
Okay.
I'll Tiny Mike interview you, and then that'll be like the promo for the episode.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, like when Brandon can attest to this too. Most people who are going to fish a tournament, like a fishing tournament, they're not like the type of person. You're either the type of person to absolutely have a YouTube channel and want to be on camera, or the last person who would ever want to put themselves on camera.
Yeah.
So our job a lot of the time is, how do we make it so that we are accurately capturing things without scaring people? You know?
Yeah.
Because it's pretty easy to do when you roll up with all these cameras and mics and a boat already. If you're in a boat and another boat just rolls straight up to you, like it can be kind of off-putting.
Yeah.
So I wanted to interview you like I would talk to an angler.
Okay.
And see how you react.
Okay.
All right. Can someone make boat noises?
Oh, what kind of boat are you on? Oh, we're on the boat.
Motorboat.
You're on a motorboat?
I'm on that boat, and you're like off in the distance.
Okay, I'm in the distance.
All right.
I'll be the trolling motor.
So we're role playing here.
Yeah, just deploy the trolling motor.
Oh yeah, it's because it's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Beep. Yeah. So what? Okay. So go ahead.
So we're rolling up. Now this is the awkward.
So I'm just on a boat.
This is the awkward point where we're trolling in because we don't want to mess you up, but too far to talk to you.
I need to get into character. Am I on fish or no? Am I catching them?
No, you're just watching the poles.
Okay, I'm
right.
watching the
You
polls.
decide how you're doing.
Okay, all right. I need some direction, but whatever. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm ready. I'm in the zone. Hang on, I'm going to do that annoying thing actors do. Okay, I'm good. Let's do it. All right.
Okay. All right. We're trolling in.
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going? You beating them up?
Yeah. No, I'm just hanging out. Nothing yet.
All right. You got anything in the box?
Yeah, I got one. It's my under, but we're there. We got one. I didn't get skunked.
Oh, all right. All right. You got time to talk to the camera team?
Well, yeah. I mean, you see, I ain't got nothing else going on.
That's what they say too.
That is what they say.
And
Do
then
you always slip into an accent? Because I think I just did.
Accidentally all the time.
you have
Okay.
to. You
All right.
have to.
I got to stop doing that. It seems somehow.
No,
It
dude,
seems somehow rude.
I had a buddy who moved from.
Are we done? That was it.
Well, we'll get back into it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about accents.
Okay, we got to get out of it. Okay.
My buddy.
And scene.
My buddy moved to Tennessee to sell internet, and he was getting.
Is that the start of a joke?
No, this is
Okay,
true.
go ahead.
He would go door to door to sell like Spectrum, and he would get the door slammed in his face because he talks like I do.
Okay.
And then
They
he
didn't trust him.
and no,
Them
and then
Yankees.
he put on an accent, and then he like literally
He
became
sold
the best,
top sales.
literally top seller.
Okay. All right.
Blow up his spot at AT&T, dude. Now no one's going to buy from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over here being like, "We thought you were one of us,
Yeah.
James,"
Now he's selling cars now, so if you're
with an accent.
buying
Yeah.
cars in Kingsport, Tennessee,
They check him like Inglorious Bastards. They were like, say that part again, actually.
He's like, "I need 3 of them." That's a deep cut in
Yeah.
Inglorious Bastards. If you know, you know.
and now this is the part where I awkwardly hold on to your boat and try to hand you microphones.
Oh, okay.
So we do that.
Unless we're on the Mississippi, then we don't do that.
We don't do that.
'Cause
Well,
it's too
depending
mighty.
on where.
Because it's
I mean,
it's too
so
mighty.
big.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Thank you. Never mind.
Which camera can I give a pause look into?
Give the GM look to that camera there.
Oh man, zoom in on it. Okay. So
He's been waiting so long for someone to tell him that.
yeah. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Hey, dude, appreciate you having.
Yeah, that's episode 27 is our last episode, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Dude, we're like,
So-
let's combine it and then just like scare everyone.
So the not a great look for the second episode of the of the new channel.
There's gonna be a lot of cuts.
They know what we're talking about.
We are so you try to hand it.
Yeah, and then we just
mic.
talk. And then we just talk.
So I got a mic. I clip it to me, or do I hold it? Whatever.
No, I'll go. Yeah, just clip it to your collar,
So
whatever.
I clip it up to the collar, and we're talking.
And then at this point, it's more about just like genuinely having a conversation. At first, I would have like a set list of questions, which I didn't think worked really well.
Yeah.
And then the more I got to know everyone, the more I just was like genuinely asking them, like, you know, and still I ask them, you know, we're going to be out again this year. I don't think that's actually been like talked about. I don't know if we can disclose that.
I think that we did mention that right now there was at least 3 episodes that we're going to be producing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that as of this episode,
As of this episode right now, there's as of this recording,
Yeah.
there's 3 episodes that we are signed up for
right. And, but
to produce and post and all that.
right. I had some people calling me and being like, am I going to see you this year? And I'm like, yeah, you're going to see me.
And we're
So-
working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah.
By the time this airs, we'll have some more conversations. So there might be some news, which we'll announce as necessary.
Right. So the more you get to know people, the easier it is to like interview them.
Yeah.
But at first, like, and that's more so what I wanted to talk about was like the icebreaker aspect of it, where
Yeah.
you're just like on a boat rolling up to somebody and it's like, how do I approach somebody like that? You know? So yeah, that was really all.
What was your general icebreaker question is like, are you catching fish? Like you just got to do something to
Typically.
hit that common ground.
Yeah, typically, or if if I know them well enough,
Yeah.
you know, we'll talk about something, you know, that happened earlier, or if sometimes I just call people and I'm like, hey, where are you? You know, can we come interview you?
Yeah.
And which I think works way better if I just like, you know, there's
Once you develop that relationship with them, I feel like that would be way more
it's
comfortable.
way easier, especially if our boat driver knows people.
Yeah.
They just call people and it's like, hey, can we come talk to you? And like Ryan has actually a really cool portion of the episode he's working on right now from last year's classic where I'm on the phone with somebody and there is such dense fog that you can't see, but they have their GoPro running and I have our GoPro running because we started towards the end of the year running a GoPro on the camera boat.
Okay.
So also, if you're watching this and you like the outdoor stuff, let us know if you'd like a camera boat POV, like just that kind of stuff. If that interests you, let us know in the comments.
That would be cool. I want that.
We got it.
So generally speaking, people warmed up, right? Like I remember when we were doing these and I was going on these trips, Brandon, when we started, people were like, I'm not telling you anything.
Yeah, no. They thought we were there to share info.
Like they thought that, I mean, it was really this like almost unhealthy competition where it's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. And it's like, you're on the water. Like anybody could drive past and see that you're here.
Yeah.
And no, some of these lakes are huge. And I say drive past like we're all like bunched in.
Yeah.
Like they could be miles and miles and miles away.
Yeah, they are.
But like, people know where people go.
Right.
Like it's not a big deal. Like also like catch them or don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like I've always had this thing where it's like, you know what? I want to put everybody in the same spot. And then we're going to find out who's got better bait. We're going to find out who's got the hook set. Right.
That's what the blast off situation was all about with ACT. People really didn't like it because folks could follow you to your spot.
Yeah, you still got to catch the fish.
Exactly. You still got to catch a fish.
So they're actually kind of got deeper than that.
That's a hot take for me though. Like people are probably not going to like that I said that. But you know, you still got to catch the fish.
Yeah.
You know?
Let us know in the comments how much you didn't like that.
You know, I listen, this is going to become the new mantra of the show. I'll do anything to get engagement when it comes to comments.
Yeah.
Anything. That's creepy.
Well, you know, it's sad when I'm the one commenting on the episode where I was the guest. Like, hey, this is how I spell a dog's bark.
You didn't make that up either. That's exactly a comment.
You had asked if people warmed up.
Yeah. Do they? I mean, I think I know the answer, but
So
hit me with it.
yeah, but they actually it kind of got to the point where there were a few people who were spreading a rumor that the camera team is bad luck and that getting a GoPro was bad luck, which is not true.
It's detrimental to our cause, too, by the way.
It first of all hurts my job like really bad. I'm looking at the camera. I know who you are.
Oh, I'd be going up to all the anglers being like, do you want to prove it wrong?
Yeah. Do you have any idea how many times we put the first place winner on camera because they took a GoPro?
Exactly.
So
it's like over half.
Yeah.
Like we can get the winner on camera. So like,
especially if it's a 2-day.
Especially if it's a 2-day, because we can more accurately determine.
Now it just sounds like we're cheating.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll tell everybody that the fish are somewhere else.
Yeah. There's but anyways.
Well, no, 2 days, because if someone's in the lead, you can clearly tell that they're doing really well. So we're going to be more likely to give the top 5 cameras rather than just guessing.
I remember when we had such a limited number of cameras, that was the plan.
Yeah.
Dude.
Look at the top 3 after day 1, give them a cam, ask where they're going to be, get the camera boat to them.
Yep.
I mean, that was how I wanted it produced.
Yeah.
So I get it.
This year, I heard a rumor that apparently the camera team is bad luck. And then from a person who I know was saying that, I gave him a camera on day 1 of the tournament, and then they didn't perform that well. And I gave it to someone else and they won the tournament, and they came up to me and they were screaming in my face like, you bet against me. You bet against me. You better learn. You better learn that.
Wait, you didn't give them a camera on day 2.
So they gave me a hard time for giving them a camera. And then I didn't give them a camera on day 2, and they won, and they said I bet against them.
So, I mean, they had some extra motivation. They're out there casting, being like, I'm going to show him.
I guess so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
whatever it takes to win.
He didn't want it in the first place, and then he got it, and then didn't want it for day 2.
And then ended up doing
did.
well.
Yeah.
Well, that just adds to the legend. I actually dig it.
Well, I'm not going to put him on blast, but we've also filmed, again, several teams winning.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like I bet you if we
can check them
tallied
out.
it up,
They're on the channel.
if we tallied it up,
Go watch.
since I've season 3 and season 4, it's got to be at least like a third of the time.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is pretty dang good.
If that person's watching right now, they're like, dang right, I don't want the camera. It was bad luck. I won.
They didn't make it this far into the pod.
No, they're not gonna. They're not gonna watch this far.
We're 30 minutes in. They're like, this is not the content I signed up for.
And if you do, call me.
Yeah.
I'm serious, bro. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, congrats on winning. You know,
Yeah.
good for you. You caught the fish. I mean, that's the whole thing.
I thought they would. That's why I gave it to them on day 1.
Just a day early. That's all. Better early than late. Don't give them the camera on Monday.
Speaking on that, number 1, this is my job. So my job is to try to make you look good and to hope that you do good. So I'm never going to give you a camera and hope that you don't do well.
Right.
I want everyone to have success.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to look good and to catch a lot of fish.
And if you get the camera and you're doing terrible, but you give good content, we're putting you in the show. We just want you to look good.
I think it's hard for people to believe that other people want them to succeed without that person benefiting from their success. Do you know what I mean? That was more complicated of a way to say that phrase than what is necessary.
People have a hard time believing that somebody would want you to genuinely do well without selfish intent.
Yes.
And I don't gain extra from it being especially good.
Yeah.
I get paid the same way if it performs a certain way versus if we don't get good content, you know?
What does it say? It has to say more about the person who is responding than the person who is like being responded to. If somebody has a hard time believing that somebody wants them to succeed when there's no benefit to them that the other person succeeds, and that person is off put by that, that says more about that person.
I think it says that, you know, a lot of times people get damaged and like, you know, if someone goes and breaks your heart, what's the first thing you're going to go and say, hey, here's my heart again? No, you're going to guard yourself. And especially
That's a fault of mine.
If you're in a competition environment or an environment where you're being highly publicized, like, yeah, I would be weary too, you know, but I'm just out here doing my job, man.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to make cool videos and help people, you know, elevate people and give them a platform. Cause like, you know, people get sponsorships off of these videos. Like it's not lost on me, man. I just want to help people, you know, I want to elevate the sport, elevate people getting outside, lead people to Jesus and, you know, just fish more, you know?
Less with the church vibes, bro. Just kidding.
Maybe I'm starting to see it.
That's really funny. No, more with the church vibes. I had somebody come up to me yesterday and say, I'd like to talk to you about Jesus. But they didn't want to talk to me about Jesus. They wanted to ask me about Jesus.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I love that. That's nice. I mean, what a nice, kind way of saying it and curious. And I was a fan. That's cool.
Let's do a video.
You guys want to watch some vids?
Do you have some vids?
Let's
I got
do
some
one
vids.
and then go back to talking and then do another one.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth.
Now, this one is brand new and it is a skit. So, something to note.
Okay. When you say this is a skit, what do you mean?
This is a skit.
Like this isn't, it's real though.
No. This is
not
Drewski.
real. Oh, okay.
You know Drewski?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I do. Okay. Because I saw.
Just watch it.
Let's just do it.
All right, so this is a skit. It's from Drewski, one of our favorites, and it is called "Mega Church Pastors." Is what I named
the
it.
caption says, "Why did I come to this mega church?"
Yep, and it's a little bit of a long one, so buckle up. But here we go.
I'm gonna have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier this month that she could not have a baby.
Oh my God, she's
So I
old.
impregnated her with the word of God.
Oh no.
I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God.
Yes.
Oh man.
I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are trying to get our congregation over in Africa. Amen. We wanted to raise $4 million. Hallelujah. That needs to appear today. We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal. Amen. Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that. Give it his life savings of it. Apostle Richie says, baby, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I'm gonna finish this word here, and I'm gonna do the Christian version. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do the Christian version. I'm driving this Bentley Bentayga because I believe in Christ. Can you leap on your legs like a survivor? Can you leap on your legs till the money fall out your pockets?
Dude.
Still praise the Lord.
I need you to pray for my wife. Hey, come on, man. Hey, get your hands off my car. You gave tithes and offering? No. Back the f*** up, man. What's wrong with you, man?
So bad.
He pulls off in the Rolls Royce. People are mad about that one.
Okay, here's what's so bad about that is that up until like that last clip, which is pretty extreme.
Yeah, him coming up to the car.
Okay, the last two with him counting the money laying there with monsters, just cans of empty Monster.
Which that is a good level of depth to it too, because there's remember that lady who tried to tell us that means 666.
Yes.
So I just think that's an extra
There's
layer.
an extra little layer. Okay, he's counting all the money. He's laying down. He's in the green room. Like there's a whole lot of jokes that like are layered into this. If you don't know that guy does skits,
dude,
it is. I have seen actual church
the
clips.
one where he's like, lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
Dude.
Nobody's leaving until we reach our goal. That has happened in churches. It doesn't make sense.
Dude.
I can't tell you how many times. Okay, for those of you that don't know, this might surprise people considering some of the jokes and content that we have expressed on this podcast. I am a licensed and ordained pastor. I was a youth pastor growing up. My dad was a senior pastor of a local church. I aspired to be the pastor of a church when I was younger. Mm-hmm. And I run a faith-based nonprofit organization that helps at-risk adolescents. Mm-hmm. I have been a Christian. My first words were not mama or dada. It was, Jesus, will you forgive me of my sins? Like that. I mean, like that's how Christian I am. I have been a Christian my entire life. That video is accurate.
It's spot on.
Like, it is true to what the church has become in America today. And I am both so humored by it and terrified because he nailed it. Like there have been certain times where I've watched it. I'd be like, am I watching a clip from Cirque du Soleil or am I watching a church's Christmas service?
Right.
Yeah. And I can't tell. Mm-hmm. And it is bonkers.
His whole thing is accuracy of his bits.
Oh man, it's so
you
good.
can tell they're all filmed with a phone, but whatever production value he puts into the extras and the actors and everything, like the writing of the sketches, it's always so specific and like I've seen that before.
I mean, that is really funny.
He has a youth group one too that is like, you were in my life. Like I feel like I know this dude. Like it's so crazy.
There's a TikToker. What I want to know too is like, where did he film? Where did he shoot that?
That's what I thought, dude.
Like
what
that
church,
was a church.
What
There was a church that was like, you can let us use your auditorium.
Also, like for the record, I serve at my church every Sunday. I go to a pretty large church, and I think that's hilarious. Like, dude. I don't know who let him do that.
Well, it's so funny too because like I'm going to say this, and I don't. We already said that people can get offended by anything. I don't mean this in an offensive way. There's like white church culture and then there's black church culture.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So you go into like a church where the majority of the people are white or there's a white pastor. It's a different vibe. Mm-hmm. You go to a church that is predominantly black, the black church vibes, very, I don't even know. I don't even want to try to put descriptor words to it. You know the difference when I explain.
Can I tell a story about this?
You're having a party. You're having a good time at the black church.
Dude, so I got two stories. So first of all, my grandpa he had I think I talked about him the last time I was on here, but for the new viewers, new channel, my grandpa had a nonprofit that was aimed towards uniting the pastors in Akron. And Akron is a very diverse area. So it was black churches, white churches, whatever.
Yeah.
And like when I was a kid, he would take me around to all these different churches that he would speak at. And so I've been at a all Korean service. I would go he took me to this thing. It was a performing arts camp. It's called Yeepaw. And it was like, I was in like 5th grade going into 6th grade. And I grew up if you look up demographic of Hartville, Ohio, it is 99.7% white. And he took me to this performing arts camp and dropped me off. And there were 600 kids there. And I was one of 3 white kids.
Nice.
And so like, that was like my experience in like diversity was like going around and going to these churches. And so like it's black church.
Yeah.
Like that's what they call it. And so I would go and be in elementary school. I didn't know any better. And I'd be like, yeah, I went to this black church this weekend. And like some girls like,
How can
it's
you
an African-American
say
church. I'm like, no, it's black. It's black church.
I mean, he's not wrong.
So my church that I go to now is very diverse. Like it's easily the most diverse place I've ever been.
Yeah.
But it definitely leans more towards like the you'll get praise breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like when he's doing the dance, so this past Easter, they there's a lady, she's actually from Akron. She leads the choir, and her husband had just got surgery, and he'll do that in the front row, and when they hit the praise breaks and stuff. And I love it when the band goes off like that, because I mean, they go crazy. They're playing like crazy, and I could tell they just wanted to break loose. I could tell they wanted to break loose, and I saw them holding back. And so I go up to our keyboard guy and I go, yo, why didn't you guys go into the praise break? And he goes, dude, Brother James just got surgery. We cannot be doing that to him.
He'll start dancing.
Dude, he's like, he just got out of the hospital. Like, we can't be doing that.
I played drums for the praise and worship band when I was growing up. And I used to love it when we would get to them praise and worship songs that were like double time. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Pentecostal was the denomination that I grew up in. And if you don't know what that means,
it's a lot of yelling.
Congratulations. Pentecostal is a lot of yelling. It's we used to say that it's like the denomination that swings from the chandeliers. Like they get turned up, right? And like
quick question.
Yeah.
Did you have a flag bearers?
No, but it wasn't because people didn't want to. It's because we didn't have the flags, and we were kind of like, you know what, we're going to draw the line somewhere.
We had flags.
Yeah, we don't. I know a church that every Sunday to this day they blow a shofar.
I don't know
like
what that is.
Like a big ram's horn style horn.
Really?
And that's how they start their service, because somewhere in the Old Testament that's like there's a scripture that talks about it.
Like one of those horns.
Yeah, and they just blow the horn for, like 16 seconds or however long they blow it for. I don't think there's a set time, just till the guy runs out of air, probably, which, good for him. And then that's when the pastor walks up and goes, let's pray. And then that's how they start their church service. And then they do their praise and worship stuff, and they do their announcements or whatever. And it's fine. Like, I mean, I there's nothing wrong with it, but okay. Let me get into it. When the purpose of the church is to tell people about Jesus. The purpose of the church is to meet the needs of the community in which the church resides. Do you know what I mean? The purpose of the church is to then expand that message out beyond its border, out its walls, out of its barriers, to meet the need and to love people in the name of Jesus, on Jesus' behalf. Do you know what I mean? And so the first thing that you're a guest walking into a church because there's a life crisis. There's a moment. You've just had a kid. You want some guidance on what it's like to be a parent. You're going through a divorce. You need some help on what it's like to navigate this big life thing. And then you sit down and then you hear, you're like, am I in the right place?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so and again, I'm not blasting the individuals who are doing this or the people who like it, because they like it and they have their reasons. They believe that there is something spiritual in a connection to it.
Right.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's so often in the church, things become self-serving. And it's there just because that group of people like it.
Right.
It's there because they believe that it's supposed to be that way. Do you know what I mean? And regardless of how it makes other people feel, and I'm not saying that you do your whole church based on how other people feel, like there's you have to be honest, you have to be truthful, whatever. But like the church is at its most healthy and at its core is not inside of it's external.
Right.
It's to meet the needs of its community. Right. I remember when my dad was a pastor, the organization was called the Church of God of Prophecy, which is just on the surface is ridiculous.
Too many O's.
What does it even mean?
Yeah.
Like it was shortened to COGOP. Oh. Like I grew up in COGOP. Any COGOPers out there watching? I mean, there's probably 11 of them, and like they know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? Christy, my friend Christy, and her sister Pam, COGOP. Like it's some of the family still now. You know what I mean? And my grandmother, up until a couple of months ago, still went to the same church that I grew up in. It closed. Like this, I mean, it struggled so much that they just closed the doors. They sold off all the stuff. And so my dad changed the name of Liberty Church of God of Prophecy, because we lived in Liberty Township. It was a Church of God of Prophecy in Liberty. He changed it to Liberty Community Church, because in his mind, he goes, we're in Liberty. We want to serve the community, and we're a church, right? The day after he was asked to resign, we moved out within a couple weeks. Within a month, Liberty Community Church, a church of the Church of God of Prophecy, was on the sign. Okay? And it was like, or a Church of God of Prophecy congregation or something. And I'm like, first of all, great woodworking to make that. Do you know what I mean? So fast. And who Tibbetts Wick is a 45-mile-an-hour road. Nobody's going to read that.
Yeah.
And but I'm over it.
Yeah.
Obviously. So going back to that video, I mean, I know that you didn't intend that this conversation would go that way watching that.
No, I kind of did.
But that, I mean, it's accurate though.
Yeah.
And it's like, you go into a church for the first time and then the guy legitimately says, lock the doors. Nobody's leaving until we hit our $2 million, $4 million goal.
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's churches. Now this is to be fair. Then there's churches that somebody will send an email to the pastor and say, my mom is sick. I am trying to finish school, blah, blah, blah. That pastor will call that person up and then the church will pay for the next 2 years of that kid's tuition.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I guarantee you.
Drops in the bucket for that church.
Right. True. And I guarantee you too, this is the other thing that bothers me is that pastor was like, make sure you clip this for social media. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like, okay.
Yep.
There's a lot of texts that say that the right hand shouldn't know what the left hand is doing.
Yeah.
And it's talking about how it's like, don't be arrogant with your generosity. Like give and don't tell anybody. Do you know what I mean? So there's a little thing that I do and I'm literally giving it away. I'm being antithetical to what I just said. I don't give people gifts. When I buy somebody a gift, I don't like to give it to them when I'm there. I like to go to where they're going to be, leave it, and then leave. And that's my little way of reminding myself, don't make the gift giving about you. Yeah. Don't expect a response from them. Give it to them in a way where part of the gift is that they could have a disappointed reaction if they don't like what you got them.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, of course, I don't do that with my kids or my wife because I know that what I'm going to get them is going to be something that they want.
That's where Santa comes in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one was from Santa. Blame him. My kids generally are very grateful, thankfully. Yeah. There are a couple times this Christmas where Ethan's like, I already have this. And we're like, no, the proper way is thank you. Yeah. Because it was like at somebody else's house. You know what I mean? And Ethan is very like, this is true. I'm going to say it. So yes, you do already have it. And they didn't know that. And you're telling them that. But like, just say thank you. Yeah. Like we'll take it back and we'll get you something else. Anyway, so
I think that just to kind of push back a little bit, I think that it gets to be a loud few and that just like, politics or anything like that, there's a few loud people who are putting it on social media. And then there's other people who are like, we're just going to go about our business and you wouldn't know otherwise.
Have you heard of Is it Preachers and Sneakers?
Preacher Sneakers.
Preachers and Sneakers. They take images of like pastors that are doing conferences or whatever. And then they look up how much their clothes are. Yeah. And they're saying this pastor's up here talking about living humbly and, don't be prideful. And then they literally post them. And then they're like, those shoes cost $4,000. Yeah. He's wearing an $8,000 watch. Yeah. Those pants are $600.
That's awesome.
Okay. One of my favorite pastors, and he's got his own set of controversy. One of my favorite pastors, authors, and speakers is Andy Stanley. He jumped on the trend and he took a clip from his web stream when they were streaming his service. And he goes, I figured I'd get on the trend. He's wearing a $38 pair of New Balance. He's wearing like a $16 pair of Walmart slacks or whatever. And his shirt was probably the most expensive thing. It was probably $60. It was like a button up, whatever. Yeah. And because you got guys in there that are wearing literally, like he said,
the red bottoms.
Like red bottoms. They're wearing like Louis Vuitton belts. The belt's like $2,000. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And what's funny though is that it's like they can afford it. It's not like they splurged for that. Yeah. I mean, they're worth tens of millions of dollars.
I can't remember the pastor's name, but do you remember the video that he looks kind of evil though? He's got an evil look to him.
Oh yeah. He's got
I had to buy that private jet. You have no. He practically. It was a steal. I had to buy.
I got it. It was a steal for $40 million. Yeah.
There's a dude.
Are you kidding me?
There's a dude who was on the Sean Ryan podcast who started started busting these like mega churches, and he just like wanted to know where's the money going. That's his only thing he wants to know. Yeah. And this is a Christian guy, and he goes and he starts donating to Kenneth Copeland's church, and he decides one day he flies to Texas where his church is, and he's like, he walks in, the staff knew who he was because he's like this pretty famous like buster, rabble rouser guy. And he's like, I wanted to see Pastor Copeland's parsonage because he's got like a multi-million-dollar house on it. Yeah. On like Lake Travis in Austin or something like that. Yeah. Or on a lake.
Some of them have runways.
He
Or
had a
helicopter
runway.
pad. Yeah.
He had a runway, and so he ended up like driving onto the runway, and like he was like, I couldn't believe it. Like the fence was open, and he just like drove straight up to the house, and then ended up like getting kicked out.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know that being a pastor requires you to live in poverty. Like, I want to be very clear that like being in ministry, you don't take an oath of poverty. Do you know what I mean? But it's the extremes that I think get me the most. Like I make enough money now to where I'm able to live comfortably.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people would say you're making too much money.
Oh yeah.
There's other people that would be like, with what you do, you should be making more.
Yeah.
And generally those are people who make more money than me. And it's okay, whatever. Like I don't want to care about money more than I have to in order to meet the needs of my family, in order to put a little bit of money away so I don't necessarily have to work as hard late into my life. Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to be generous where I can give a lot of resource to other people. But then there's this thing called toxic charity where if you're generous in the wrong way, you just enable people to expect everybody to be generous. Do you know what I mean? There's a book called Toxic Charity that dives into this.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were doing Refuge, it really caught on to me that there was a group of kids that would come in and they just kind of expected that for the rest of their lives, if they needed something, somebody would find a way to give it to them. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be a church or like a Goodwill type situation. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't want to add to that. So like, how do we teach young people about stewardship and currency, and they can earn it and then they could spend it and then they could, you know what I mean? So we started a bunch of stuff, but like you triggered me with that one.
Yeah. Well, and before we get to the next one, I do want to say, what is a megachurch if not just a giant auditorium? So they could have just gotten an auditorium.
Yeah.
1, 2, everyone else is just extras who's been to a black church before and they know how to
played it
behave.
perfect.
And they all did.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that,
And
the fact that you exist would prove to me that he could have found a church that would have allowed him to do it. But he probably just got an auditorium and extras. I actually
he had a
recognized-
background and everything.
He did, yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, any show that you go to, Pearl Jam doesn't play at churches, but they could have good backgrounds.
Yeah, I mean, man, it's just like the production value is like he was suspended.
Yeah. Well, that's how every one of his skits, the production value doesn't go into the camera; it goes into everything else.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the whiteface skit? You probably saw it.
I think I have.
Yeah. I mean, his nipples were pink. He had tan lines. It was insane. Like the production value goes into everything else.
I didn't put the pieces together.
That's him.
That it was him until you just said that.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he got in trouble for that one too.
Well, of course he did.
I thought it was good.
I wonder if that was his car. At the end of that,
probably not. It was, pastors and Rolls Royces is a thing. So,
I have a friend. I don't know. She's not. I can't call her a friend because she might not even know me. I know her. I've met her. She's an acquaintance. She lives out west, and she's a very successful social media like influencer, worth a ton of money. Drives, I think it's a Rolls Royce.
okay.
Is just getting into using the money that she's made from social media to get into some real estate and buy real estate and kind of continue to have her money make money, which is smart. Like
Right.
she's, social media is, it's a fad. Like you're here one day and you're gone the next. Like it's almost harder work than just going and getting a normal day-to-day job. When I say normal, I mean traditional. I mean, there's certain parts of it where I'm watching some of these videos and I'm like, this is not real.
Yeah.
Right. And then you watch more and more and more. And like I said, I've met her. I know her. A friend of mine dated her for a little bit. So, I mean, I've met this person.
Right.
Very kind, right? Gorgeous. Really, I mean, perfect. I mean, literally social media as you would expect it to be, And then she'll make these videos and I'm like, this is not your life. There's no way this is your life. And then you do a little bit of a deep dive and you're like, dang, it's working for you.
Yeah.
Like this really is your life.
Yeah.
And so he was just right on. So funny. All right, let's keep going. We're almost out of time.
I named this one Blender Bender.
I blend every single food that I eat.
Oh no, she's going to drink everything.
Breakfast is served.
Oh, she snorts it. What?
And I'm addicted to snorting all of my food.
She's literally snorting it. He took his headphones off because of the
back
sound.
of my throat. It's very different, but at the same time, I taste all of the same flavors as if I was to have food and drinks.
No,
normally.
you don't.
My favorite way to start my day is with an omelet and coffee.
Watch, this is my favorite part.
Oh, he's
Watch.
going to throw up. It came out of her mouth. He walked out.
That is good.
You got him. Is he
He's going to make a smoothie.
And it's actually a little bit of a calming effect once it hits the back of my nasal passage.
He's on the...
I called it blender bender.
You got to give trigger warnings.
Well, I thought the name was good enough of a trigger warning. Blender and then bender, you know?
Yeah, no. I'm over here like this blender, she's going to stick her hand in it or something. Like, I didn't know where that was going.
Yeah. I think it's Strange Addictions.
Well, if it's not...
The way she does it at one point and it starts coming out of her nose and she's like, so good. It just cracks me up. This one right here. Here it is. Ready?
That's coffee.
That is good.
Ew. Look at Nate's face. Can we get
And
the
it's
tight on Nate right now? Just hold that face.
Both of your tights will be on the... Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What do you think, Nate?
I hate everything about it.
Okay. Okay. I don't have anything to say. Can we go
okay.
talk about churches again? I don't.
No, here's another one.
So here's the problem with the church is that there's too much blending and snorting. Okay, I don't have a lot of words to say on that.
I got
one.
nothing.
It's okay.
That's worse than beer chug or deer chug or whatever it
buck
was.
chug.
Buck
Buck
chug.
chug is way worse than that. I'm sorry.
No, I disagree. Go ahead.
All right, this one I called Secret Contact
Oh,
Cubby.
man. She's going to have a bunch of contacts in her eye. There's going to be like 47 of them.
I'll tell you how many there actually are at the end. Fake lashes are coming off too.
Ew, eyes are gross. What's with the music? Can you imagine what that would feel like to finally get them all out?
It was amazing. It had to be amazing, right?
Yeah, but she has to know they're all in there.
That's
It's not like an accident. There's too many. I mean, that's 4 or 5 already.
Yeah. They just keep going.
Oh, come on.
Why are
This
they
is
green?
This is neglect because they've been in there 17 years.
Is that real?
Neglect. I don't know about 17 years. So she had 28 of those in her
28
eyelid.
contacts in her eyelid?
That's what
Where
the post
do they
said.
go?
Up into the, I don't know, whatever you want to call that, the eye socket.
Because it looked like they were stacked.
They were.
How do they get stacked?
They just kept sliding on top of each other, and then she probably felt
This
a little
feels
uncomfortable.
like AI.
No, I don't
No,
think
I
it
mean,
is.
if it is,
That's really
it's
well
really
done.
good AI, but I have heard of people having 20 plus
If it's
contacts
No
in
way.
their
If it's
eyes.
AI,
Yes.
they included a bad mascara job.
I
They
mean, that's
included
impressive. I mean,
a
it
second
is-
pair
it
of
is impressive
eyelashes.
AI.
Yeah.
I don't think it's AI.
No, I don't think that one's AI at all. I think that one's very real. I've seen this one before, but it popped back up, and I was like, oh,
Ew.
let's see if I can get
I
into
mean,
with this
she
one.
has to feel like her brain can breathe.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah.
You ever get your ears flushed?
No, I
Have
need
you ever
it,
had
though.
your ears flushed? I went to the doctor one time and I was having some ear pain, and he looked and he's like, "There's a little extra wax build up. We'll flush it out." And you're supposed to have a certain amount of earwax, like it's just part of the natural whatever. And he goes, "We'll just flush it. You know, if it doesn't help with the ear pain, we'll either we'll see if it's infected, or we'll set you up with like an ENT specialist or whatever, just to see if there's something more going on."
Ear,
and
nose,
so-
and throat.
Yeah, ENT. Yeah, ear, nose, and throat. Something Nordicologist. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so he writes the order, puts it in the computer. 2 minutes later, a woman comes in. She's got a bucket and she's got this really big syringe.
Yeah.
And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was like a two-hander. Like she had to
Yes.
grab a hold of one and then pull the plunger and then get all the water in there, or saline or whatever it was. And she's like, "Okay, we're going to fill this and I'm going to do all of it in a high pressure in both ears, one at a time." And she did the first one, and I was like, and like a bunch of stuff came out. Some of the saline, some just gunky stuff, and then a little bit of wax. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, and because it was only one ear, this one still had some stuff in it. And I was like dizzy, right? And I was like, whoa. I mean, it was trippy,
Yeah.
And then she did this ear, and this is the one that was bugging me. When this is gross.
That's okay.
Okay. It loosened up, but because it was such high pressure, it shot out of my ear. hit her in the shoulder and bounced onto the floor. Okay. She went, gross. I mean, like it caught her off guard.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
And then when she was done, I literally was like, am I floating?
Yeah.
I'm floating.
Yeah.
Like I could, it literally felt like my head detached from my shoulders and elevated.
Really?
I don't know why something so tiny.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot when you're considering where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But it was so tiny. Like it looked like a little speck. You know what I mean? She bent down, she had gloves on, she put it in the little basin that was supposed to be catching all the water.
Yeah.
Or saline or whatever. I was like, can we do that once a week? Like I literally was like, is this a service you guys provide?
Yeah.
I want this all the time.
Yeah.
Never had it done again. And I think about it at least once a month.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I want to go do that again.
Yeah.
Like if that is what happens when you consume certain drugs,
Yeah.
I can see why people become addicts.
Oh, yeah.
Like it, I mean, I was like, I feel amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And
You need to make that your scheduled maintenance.
I do. I mean, to change my oil, update the windshield washer, wipers or windshield wipers, change the batteries in my smoke detector, get my ears cleaned. Like just twice a year. I just need to do it all the time.
Yep.
It was amazing.
This podcast took a turn.
We have
It
talked about a lot of
did, yeah.
things.
That's
An
my
hour
fault.
and 9 minutes in. Okay, what's this one?
This is the final one.
Is this the last one?
This one's a little palate cleanser for you guys, okay?
Okay. No, I don't believe you.
I called it Counter. I hardly know her. And the
falls.
caption says, POV, you're breaking up with me, but I'm between two countertops.
I hate him! I hate him! I feel like I'm never gonna be happy again. And every day it just gets worse and worse. I can't miss him anymore.
Oh my gosh.
That one was.
I think it's from a movie. I don't know where
That
that audio
is
is
me,
from.
though. That is me.
I know, right?
I don't do it anymore because I don't have the upper body strength.
Yeah, you do. You can pull it off. You're just too scared to
You
try.
go to
It
the
would-
gym.
It would end that way. I do a lot of legs at the gym.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of upper body.
That's the opposite of everyone.
Well, you know what? I don't need to get swollen in the chest and in the arms. I want to be lean, right? And I'm trying to do some weight loss, and the leg muscle is the biggest muscle group, and I want to burn fat. So I need to build some muscle. So I'm just working on the big muscle groups.
If you want to burn fat,
Join this podcast for fitness tips.
yeah.
Andy will be your coach.
If you want to burn fat, get on a. You don't want to do like strength and conditioning.
GLP-1.
or strength.
Nailed it.
Are you on GLP-1?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I said that like I mock people who do. I don't. It's effective.
Right.
My doctor actually has talked to me about certain weight loss like things. He's like, if we need to do it, we'll do it. You're not there yet. You're young enough. You've got a metabolism where you can lose the weight. I don't want to do that until we have to. So just for the record, if you're on something like that and it's helping, good for you.
Yeah. Get on a I'm trying to think of like the proper term for it. Like you want to be doing things like burpees and then like a lot of core training.
Yeah.
And add in some strength in there. And then at the end of every workout, do like the stair climber or like inclined treadmill.
That's what it's actually the incline treadmill. And then I do a lot of rowing. I do row.
Yeah.
I like the rower because it's full body. Like you'll get a little bit of everything.
Whatever you can do, like at the end, you'll start to shed fat because you're already in like, it's all about heart rate
You're
zones.
at fat burn zone and then you're blitzing the calories.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I it's been a while since I've been to the gym consistently because the move really threw off the rhythm. The holidays always do anyway. That's a dumb excuse, but it's just the way that it goes. And so, but yeah, so I do focus a lot on like the calorie burn and lower body. I don't do a lot of upper body stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to be better at pull-ups. So I'm definitely going to work on the core and the back and the shoulders and the arms because I do want to I want to be able to do some decent reps on a pull-up bar.
I've been trying to do that too because I've been pretty heavy in the gym since like October, and I used to be able to do a ton because I was a collegiate pole vaulter.
Yeah.
And I could do like 15 pull-ups at a time, and now I'm like 3, and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm happy if I can just hang from the pole,
I'm
from
also
the bar.
like 50 pounds heavier than I was back then.
What about you, Brandon? Ryan's looking swole. I said that yesterday.
He's unmuting himself. There you go.
Working out.
I would have.
Yeah, don't
what
know
I
what to
wanted you to
say.
do was reach
Yeah.
over, unmute yourself, say yeah, and then mute.
Yeah, you should have seen the veins pop out of his arm when he reached over.
when he
by the way.
reached over there, he's like the button broke.
I had to move Brandon out the way.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he moved him. He lifted his chair. He's
He
on
did.
wheels, man. Just move him.
Yeah.
No, Ryan's looking swole. He had to do a lot of lifting at work yesterday. We're going through files.
2018 files.
He's loving it. My mom is thrilled.
Yeah.
She's like, thanks for getting the files.
Yeah.
She said, tell him thanks.
Yeah.
I was like, He says you're welcome. So, Nate, always good to talk to you, man.
Happy to be on.
I love it. It was kind of impromptu.
Yeah.
We have a couple things that we're leaning into. Scheduled for, I'm saying that when it's scheduled for, even though I'm not going to like give it all away, but in early February, we're going to have Chef Reese back on. Did you watch that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I put him on. He's like, oh yeah, don't ask me about it. Chef Reese is going to be back on in early February, mid-February. We're going to be cooking. We're going to go on location with the podcast for the first time. And we're going to be doing some stuff. So next week, the week after, we're just going to see some stuff. We're changing the set. I'm getting a chair. We're doing away with the table.
Yeah.
We're doing away with the table and the little late night kind of interview style. I'm going to get a chair and we're going to change up the set. It's a new year. Better me. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
That sounded arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be better. Mm-hmm. Not that I am better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Should I keep explaining it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Make sense.
What I mean by that is I want to be better than I was last year.
Does that make sense?
I don't think I'm better than you. Okay. I want to be better than I was. I want old me to look at new me and go, you're better.
Now it sounds like you're trying to convince me. So
I'm trying to convince myself because I'm really fine just being worse. I'm just kidding. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you're watching this because you've tuned into stuff that's been on this channel before, stick around. We'd like to have a good time. Engage, leave comments, share, subscribe, do the stuff. And if you've been with DTMS from the beginning, I mean, we're half a year into this. Mm-hmm. I mean, like that's
officially
crazy to think about. Mm-hmm. Like this was we're over the hump.
Yeah.
You know,
my goal is to get 52 episodes
in a row,
without missing one.
Well,
and we are halfway there.
We are halfway there.
Over halfway officially with this episode.
I've only missed one.
Yeah, that's true. See, that's how much my goal.
We'll do it without you.
Well, you did it to me on the first episode, so I was like, you know what, we're going to do it too.
I did. He was
showing we mean business.
And I was like, we're going to do it. Just hit record. You should have seen. Ryan, you were here for that. It was me, you, and Allie, right?
Yep.
Was I by myself?
Yes.
Yep.
Just over this, the only one I've done by myself, and people hated it.
The thumbnail's hilarious. It's just
just me pointing to an
nobody.
empty couch. I've been practicing this for a long time. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Episode 27, DTMS. Does that make sense? Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week.